Hey everyone, George here and welcome back to the channel. So today we're not going to do much on the camera other than talk about these two fish right here, these melons, the red melons. A friend of mine sent me these and they are a breeding pair, and I'm really excited to have them. They're in this temporary tank right now, just doing a little quarantine. They've never been anywhere but in a quarantine tank before they got here, so I'm not that concerned about them at all. But I wanted to put them in here before I put them in my main tank, and then they will eventually get their own tank as a breeding pair to hopefully get some offspring from these guys. I would love to breed them and see how that goes. I have never tried that before. Always keep in mind when you are putting new fish in your tank that you do have some dither fish like these cardinal tetras. These are wild cardinals, and there's also just a couple of just neons in here as well. But this helps your fish if they've been on a frozen food or a live bloodworm diet or something like that to get to eating a little bit better. And it does help to have some other discus in there that are eating real well and eating lots of different things to get them going. They've been picking at stuff, but they've only been in here less than 24 hours, so they've been picking at stuff, and that's a good sign to me. That always tells me that within a day or two, once I crank the temperature up, that these guys are going to probably do just fine eating just about anything I put in there. They are beautiful fish. I'm really happy to have them, and can't wait to share their journey with you as like I said, I get these guys out of this tank and into a more private tank for them. I'm going to research that quite a bit. I know nothing about breeding discus. I've become a discus kind of freak here, but I know nothing really about breeding them, so I will make sure that I dig into that real well before I do anything and make sure I know what I'm doing. So anyways, I just wanted to take a minute to share this with you. A couple of things I did want to mention about this particular tank. This tank has come a long ways here. This was my original Fiji Cube 55 that I've had for a long time, and as you can see, it's been completely redesigned for discus fish. At one time, this was an angelfish tank and had dark substrate in here. Everything is completely different. The wood, the rock, the plants. I took this tank down to absolutely just the glass before redesigning it and redecorating it. I did put the fish that I thought would do well in here to get this tank started, and then I added these melons yesterday just because I thought this would be a good tank for them. I know this tank is healthy. I know that it's a well-cycled tank. It's got a really great filtration. It's an all-in-one, so it has that, and I've also put some supplementary filtering on there with an Awase 100, which just really helps give this just enough boost to, if there were to be a problem, we can run off that canister, and that would serve this tank pretty well. So anyways, I'm really happy with the way the design turned out. I like it, and if you want to keep peppering off your fish, melons tend to get a little bit of that peppering. Keep your substrate very light. Keep the materials in the tank as light as you possibly can. Excuse me. I like live plants, so I always mix those in, but if you can see up close, these rocks even have a dusting of white on them, and they have some veining of white in them, so that is really going to help these melons, I think, in the long run, not pepper up on the face like a lot of these do. So that's exciting to to have a tank like this. I have another tank that's bigger than this that I've done the same thing with. I just don't want to have problems with that peppering. I think it disfigures these beautiful fish, and I know that in the big picture here, these are hybrids. They're not wild, so they tend to try to camouflage themselves against whatever the background is. So if you keep the sand light and white, or on the lighter side, you're going to find that they're not going to pepper up like a lot of melons do. Anyways, thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll give me a like on this video, and also leave some comments down below if you like the tank. Hopefully, I put some real thought into the design of this so that there's a lot of room in here for these fish to move around. And tell me what you think of these melons, whether you like them or not. And anybody that knows anything about melons that wants to give me a little bit more information, I'm always glad to take that. Again, subscribe and share with your friends. And thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to share these two fish with you so that you could get some feedback. Give me some feedback, I should say, and let me know what you think and what you would do with these pair long term. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Like I said, hit that like button and also that bell up at the top so that you know whenever I'm putting out a new video. You will be the first to see that. We got a lot of great stuff coming up. We will see you on the next one. Until then, we're out of here.